If you're new to my YouTube channel, please click that subscribe button and remember to click the bell icon to get notifications of all my uploads throughout the week. Just gone 2:30 on Monday afternoon. I've just had a walk to the post office to take that big pile of parcels, website orders for the last week, so they've all now gone off and they're winging their merry way all over the world. Dive bombed. Yes, thank you for the squeaks, mister. It's 6 o'clock and I've literally just sat down. Day job stuff kept me busy right the way through the day until about 5 o'clock. Lots of jobs on at the moment, so it's a good thing. It's a good thing. And so finished at 5. Ian did dinner tonight. We've just had a salad because obviously we're on the old diet. And I've just uploaded my process video for tonight, which is our journal page featuring the hamster Hand of Fatima. So yes, thank you. Don't be turning it off, mush. Say hello. You're gonna say hello. Who's this? Who's this? Oh, is it? Who is it? Oh, hello. Monkey. So where was I? Oh, yeah. Yeah, featuring the Hand of Fatima, the hamster, with the all-seeing eye, except there's no eye in mine. So that's going live at 6 o'clock. So we're just going to sit now. Ian's in the garage just preparing, putting stuff away, ready for settling down for the night. So don't know what's on the TV. Not really got anything particular that I want to watch. I watched the brand new episode of Star Trek last night, which was the restart of the first season again after Christmas, so that was quite good. Enjoyed that. That's pretty much it. That's all we've done today, really. It's just work. So it's not being a very interesting day. Busy, but not that exciting. Now somebody settle down. Oh, poor Mr. Whale. Somebody's happy. Who is it? Who is it? Get Teddy. Go on, get him. It's about 1:30 on Wednesday, the 10th of January, and me and Mr. Bentley have spent all morning creating a project for Indigo Blue. It's my Indigo Blue design team project, due to go live tomorrow, the 11th of January. So we've been creating, we've been making a mess, we've been playing with Indigo Blue products and that kind of stuff, and I've done a kind of using the Luscious pigment powders. I've done a little canvas using the seahorse stamp. Look at the shine. The Luscious powders have got lots and lots of mica in them, so they're very, very, very shiny and luscious, as the name implies. So that's what we've been doing. But as with the Indigo Blue design team project, I've got to film it and then edit it twice. I've got to do one for me and one for the Indigo Blue YouTube channel. So I have the same job to do twice with different idents, different slides, different intros and exits and that kind of stuff. So a double blog post as well, one on my blog on the website and one on the Indigo Blue blog too. So I've got to do everything twice, and this isn't helping, is it? No, it's not. Getting interruptions from the fluffy one. And are we talking about Mr. Bentley or the Teddy? Yes, no, I don't know. Look at you. Oh, go on, get him. Anyway, so it's Wednesday and I will be going to Mum's as well tonight, so I've got a very limited amount of time in which to get all of this done and scheduled and uploaded. Technically 3 videos to upload. The Indigo Blue project on my YouTube channel and on the Indigo Blue YouTube channel, plus it's Wednesday, so I've got to upload my vlog from last week too. so busy. And he's settled down now and chewing his teddy to bits, which is perfect, so I can get back to work. So it's now 3:30 and I'm on my way to see Mum and Dad. I stopped off on the way and picked up some more wool for Mother on my way. So I'm running a little bit behind schedule, but obviously getting the wool, she won't be all that annoyed because she doesn't know I've got it. So that'll be a nice surprise for her when I get there. And I'm about 5 minutes away from Mum and Dad's, and it's still light. We're getting longer, lighter days. Woohoo! Because this time last week it was almost pitch black. I had to have my lights on and everything, so that's a real good sign. Summer's on the way. It's just gone 8 AM on Thursday morning, and is it the 11th today? Yes, I think it is. It's the 11th today. And this is my second attempt at leaving Mum and Dad's. I set off just before 8 o'clock this morning and got as far as the church in the town centre, and then suddenly realised I'd left my wallet behind on the dresser in my bedroom, and had to turn around and go back, get my wallet, jump back in the car, and then head off back again. So I think it might be one of those days today. Definitely getting old. It's 3:15 on Thursday afternoon, and I've gone for a quick walk up to the local cooperative shop, our little corner store, just to get some fresh, what we call spring onions, that you Americans call scallions, and some leeks and some peas in their pods, because I'm going to make a fresh soup. I originally started walking with Ian and Mr. Bentley, but they've decided to go their own way for another hour or so. They're going to go for a long walk so that when he gets back he can have his dinner and then fall fast asleep. I'm talking about Mr. Bentley, not Ian, by the way. Whew. Nearly home. Time to unpack the bag. Beef and liver for Mr. Bentley. He eats better than we do. So I've mentioned before that January going on a little bit of a health kick, trying to lose some of this excess weight from around my middle-aged waist, just increasing exercise and watching what we eat. But I've been doing a little bit of research on diets, and I'm not talking these faddy kind of Atkinsy kind of cabbage water style diets. I mean proper diets, as in balancing carbohydrates with protein intake and making sure you're getting enough minerals and nutrients and that kind of stuff, so your body's not starving and your hair doesn't fall out and you don't lose weight in such rapid rate that you end up with lots of flaps of skin and that kind of stuff, which I know can happen if you lose weight too quickly on a very, very strictly calorie controlled diet. And it's an absolute minefield. There are so many different conflicting bits of information out there as to, you know, the best balance of carbohydrates to protein based on current weight, age, size, as in height, to know really how best to do it. Now, I inquired at my local health centre whether there was a nutritionist or a dietitian, where did that come from? A nutritionist or dietitian based at the health centre to help give advice on losing weight and that kind of thing. Would you believe there isn't one? Which is what I think, considering obesity and being overweight is one of the biggest drains on our National Health Service because of all the other illnesses and things that stem from being overweight, diabetes and joint stress, back pain, all that kind of thing, that there would be. Because, you know, isn't it sensible that prevention is better than cure? So, quite disappointed to find out that there's no dietitian or nutritionist based at my local health centre. So, which means I've got to continue to try and research and find the best kind of... Yes, I am washing up, by the way. I'm just washing pots from lunchtime, because after lunch we just kind of went straight back into work because we were on a roll. Anyway, so yeah, so I've got to continue to kind of research and find the best possible diet for myself and Ian, which is probably going to end up with us kind of weighing out food to work out, you know, if an egg is mostly protein, how much does an average egg weigh? So in grams, that is, so that we can work out, you know, how many eggs constitute a full protein intake. So for example, if an egg weighs, you know, 30 grams and my average protein intake is supposed to be about 150 grams of protein per day to lose weight, then how many eggs is that? That kind of thing. So to put it into real perspective, you know, how much is 30 grams of bread? I've no idea what that looks like. How much is 50 grams of lettuce or cabbage? I don't know what that looks like. So we're going to have a mammoth weighing session. We have some electronic scales, so we're going to sit down and weigh so that we know pretty much what 25 grams of cheese looks like, or, you know, what weight 2 eggs are. And that way we can basically put that together in our own brains to say, well, okay, I'm allowed 3 slices of bread, 2 eggs, piece of cheese, that size, no bigger than that size, for example, like a matchbox or whatever, per day. That makes it much more easier to be able to manage. And then we have to look at replacing all of our bread, pasta, rice for brown rice and brown pasta and brown bread, which we already eat anyway. We don't really like eating white bread, so that kind of stuff to supplement the whole food side as well, to a much healthier diet going forward. Anyway, I finished the pot, so I'm going to shut up. I'm going to put the kettle on. So I've just walked into the lounge, into the sitting room, and looked down at the floor. I'm going to turn the camera around and show you something. So we have 4 toys: teddy, rope, jumper that belongs to Teddy, another kind of small rope. Walk around here, we have dolphin of the squeaky variety, and we have a chew bone all over the floor. Now tell me that owning a dog is not like having a child. So it's about 2:45 in the afternoon. It's been an insanely busy day today, hasn't it?
Afternoon.
Busy day today.
Very busy today.
With day job stuff, YouTube stuff, accounts, invoicing, a little bit of creativity. Not a lot though. Been too busy for that.
I made loads.
Ian's made loads. So now we're just having a quick walk down to the post office because website orders, and yes, I've got my manly shopping bag. Website orders and man bag, yes, and bits and pieces to go in the post. So we decided we'd all come out together. As you can tell, it's not a particularly warm day today because I've got an hat on.
It was very foggy earlier, but it's a lot better now.
Yes, it was extremely foggy earlier, but it's lifted a bit, but it is still a bit misty. So yes, so exercise abound, off to the post office and then back home and start sorting something out for dinner this evening. So it's Saturday, the 13th January, and it's just gone 12:30. Ian and I've just had lunch. English delicacy of fish finger sandwiches. We've been on this low carbohydrate, high protein diet since the start of January, since the beginning of January, so almost 2 weeks now. And I weighed myself this morning, and yes, I've lost weight, which is absolutely brilliant news. But the problem is that there are not that many foods out there that are low in carbohydrates and high in protein. And you can't really eat like 4 or 5 chicken breasts a day. It's, you know, it's ridiculous. And last night we did our calculations of how many carbs to how many grams of carbohydrates to how many grams of protein that we've been consuming over the past 2 weeks on average. We're trying to lower our carbs and bump up the protein so that there's, you know, anyway, that was the whole idea. And then we had a look literally on the Papa John's website last night. They have the full nutritional breakdown of every single pizza they do, every single side, every single dessert, and it tells you the carbohydrate content and the protein content per slice, which basically means that if you work on the average of 8 slices per medium pizza, then you pretty much can work out what the carbohydrate content and what the protein content is of your favourite pizza. Now, my favourite pizza from Papa John's is the barbecue chicken one. I just absolutely love it. And Ian's is the double pepperoni. So after we'd sat down and worked out the carbohydrate and the protein content yesterday, we actually realised that it's within our daily intake. If we we balance out the cabs from breakfast and lunch, it's quite easy to actually slip in the odd pizza. So I'm loving this diet so far, because if it means that we can have the occasional pizza thrown in there, then I'm all for it. Roll on diet. It's surprising how many people, once they're in a car park of a supermarket, completely forget to look where they're going, as in that there are other cars and people walking around. Always seeing people almost bumping into each other or knocking people over or reversing out without looking, or flying past a space where somebody's trying to reverse out but doing it far too fast. You know, car parks, you're only supposed to go about 5 miles an hour, not 15 or 20. Some people are daft. Anyway, that's the shopping all done. Apologies for the moan. Or the miserable observation. Not really a moan, was it? Anyway, so yes, shopping done. So puppy dog now replenished completely, and a few other fresh vegetable items also now replenished. So when I get back, after I've put the shopping away, I'm going to disappear off into the craft room and have a go at doing a mixed media art tag on what? I have no idea just yet. But it's the one that you watched on Saturday, if you're watching this on the Wednesday. And then this afternoon, we're going out for a meal, a birthday meal with our next door neighbours. Our next door neighbour, the other side, not Dr. Billy, but the other side, Nev and Diana. It's Diana's 50th birthday, or it was last weekend, but this weekend, today, they're having a kind of just like a sit-down meal. And we've been invited because we've known them ever since they moved into the house 20 years ago-ish. Like us, they bought the house off plan, and so we've known them for many years. And the two girls that they have, that when they first moved in were about 3, I think. Obviously now they're 23-ish or thereabouts. And have grown up, gone to university, finished university, got jobs, all working, and all the rest of it now. So yes, so anyway, we're going for a meal with those as a little celebratory dinner. So that's going to be around about 4 o'clock this afternoon. Who's that in the window? Can you see? He's waiting for me. Bless him. He won't get excited until I get out of the car. Hello? Hello? No, get your nose out the bag. There's a good boy. Go on, in you get. It's 9:25 on Sunday, the 14th of January, and I bought a new printer yesterday, a new inkjet printer. This one is Still Wi-Fi wireless, so I can print from anywhere in the house. But this time the printer uses separate print cartridges for each colour. So there's a separate cartridge for the cyan, one for my magenta, one for yellow, one for black. Because I'm sick to death of throwing away half full cartridges that are full of, let's say, blue and magenta, cyan and magenta, because the yellow has run out. It's a waste of money and not cost effective. So that's what I decided to do. Bought a brand new printer. This one's an all-in-one, an Epson Workforce 2650, I think it is, and I got it fairly cheapish, so I'm happy about that. Obviously it comes with cartridges already, and I can purchase replacement cartridges from my local supermarket, which is even better. So that's where I'm on my way to now. Just go and pick it up. I ordered it and reserved it online yesterday afternoon. Couldn't go and get it yesterday afternoon because we went to our neighbour's 50th birthday party. So doing it first thing Sunday morning, because Ian and I are going on a little bit of a road trip today. We're taking Mr. Bentley down the motorway to Indigo Blue, where we're meeting up with the owners, Kay and Alfie, and then we're going to go out for Sunday lunch and then take the dogs, all our dogs, including Kay and Alfie's dogs, obviously, for a walk in the country, which is going to be really, really nice. Or hopefully that's the plan anyway. So one of the great things about living in a modern society like we do is things like the internet and allowing you to do stuff like click and collect. Now, I ordered or reserved that printer at around about 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon, and by say 4 o'clock it was ready for me to collect. Now I know that small store there that I've just been to and collected it from doesn't hold all that stock. They can't. For the amount of stock that they've got on the website, they can't hold that, which means that it's actually been delivered in specifically for me to be able to collect it from one of the other stores around the city, which is a fantastic way of doing stuff. Logistical nightmare, but a fantastic way of doing stuff. So literally I ordered it yesterday afternoon and collected it first thing this morning, and paid for it in store. I didn't even have to pay for it up front, which is even better. So the marvels of modern e-commerce. So it's Sunday afternoon at Thoresby Park. We've never been here before, so as you can see the dogs are running around.
Good afternoon. As you can see in the background, we're at Kay and Alfie's house. Thoresby Hall.
If only.
Yeah.
Yeah, if only.
Pay the council tax on that, Alfie.
No, definitely not. It's cold. Where have you brought me?
I have to admit, it is a bit cold. My ears are getting cold.
I don't feel it.
I can tell, look. We're dressed for the Arctic.
My hands are cold, a little bit cold, but my body's fine. Bentley, come on.
Close-up of the hall there, a bit hidden by the trees, but you can get the gist, I think.
Based on Halliwell Sutton.
Yeah, I'd rather it be Campbell Deakin.
I wouldn't, I'm not paying that eating bill.
Just live in one room.
One day, my son, all this will be yours. Yeah, if only. Hello. Oh.
He's not having it, is he?
No, that little white speck there is an owl.
So it won't fly back to its mast.
Yeah, let's see if I can try and get a close-up. No, a bit too far away, I think. It's 5:40 on Sunday evening, and we've just got back from our epic drive back. Well, I say epic, about an hour. And we've had a fantastic, lovely day today. Walking Mr. Bentley, as you've seen, and then we stopped off and had a little bite to eat before coming back with Ken and Alfie. So yes, we've had a thoroughly lovely day. So we've now got to the point where I can open the printer, the new printer. So I'll turn the camera around and show you the printer that I've bought. So this is the new printer, the Epson Workforce 2630WF. And this also features the Durabright Ultra Ink, which according to the box, so fast drying Durabright Ultra Ink for professional quality business documents that are water, smudge and highlighter resistant. So the ink for this one is waterproof, it's water resistant, which means that when it's done, it's permanent. So Ian's taken it out the box for me. So there's the bag. Oh, looks very posh, doesn't it? Let me take the plastic bag off, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so I've taken the bag off. So this is now, all those transit tapes and that kind of stuff have all been done. I've set it all up. You can't really see what it says on the screen. That just says copy and scan. So that's all now set up. I've connected it to one of our wireless connections here in the house, and that's all ready to go. Obviously, it's not going to stay here in the kitchen. It's got to go upstairs into my craft room now. So, but we're all done. Doesn't it look lovely? So I've just done a quick test print, and this is one of the photographs of the art tag that I did a few days ago, or yesterday. But if you're watching this after Wednesday, it was a few days ago. So, and it's come out really nice. There's no fountain stripes or anything in that print. And of course, it's supposed to be waterproof, so I'll have to test that to see exactly whether or not you need to leave it for a bit to dry before that happens, or whether you can work on it straight away. But that will be tested at a later date. Now, because it is now 16:07, hang on, let me turn around. That's better. So it's 6:05 on Sunday evening. I'm now going to put the kettle on, make a nice cup of coffee and put my feet up for the rest of the evening. So I'm going to draw this video to a close. So that's all from me for this week. Do you want to say good night?
Good night, everyone.
That was Ian, not Bentley. I will see you all again very soon. Bye for now. I'd also like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, without whose generosity and support these videos would not be possible. Thank you.